A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a significant diplomatic development, U.S. Ambassador to Israel Mike Huckabee has expressed deep disappointment over the Albanese government's recent decision to recognize a Palestinian state. This announcement has reportedly created a rift between Australia and its closest security partner, the United States. Huckabee, who has been a staunch supporter of Israel and a former Republican governor, stated that both President Donald Trump and Secretary of State Marco Rubio were unhappy with Prime Minister Anthony Albanese's decision, which was made public on Monday. During an interview on ABC's 7.30, Huckabee conveyed the sentiments from the Trump administration, indicating an enormous level of disappointment and some disgust regarding Australia's stance. Although he refrained from disclosing specific comments made by Trump or Rubio, Huckabee suggested that their reactions reflected a broader sentiment of disbelief regarding the timing and rationale behind Australia's recognition of Palestine. This political move has intensified scrutiny on Prime Minister Albanese, who has faced backlash from various factions, particularly after Hamas officials lauded Australia's decision during a United Nations meeting in September. In response to Huckabee's remarks, Albanese downplayed the ambassador's comments, asserting that Huckabee represents U.S. interests in Israel, not Australia. In a radio interview, Albanese emphasized his responsibility to advocate for Australia's interests, stating, "Australians have been disgusted by what they see on their TV every night." He referred to the violent actions of Hamas on October 7th, which resulted in the deaths of many innocent Israelis and the ongoing hostage crisis that has outraged the Australian public. However, he also recognized the humanitarian crisis in Palestine, highlighting the suffering of children and families who are facing starvation and lack of basic necessities. Albanese articulated that the long-standing conflict, which has persisted for almost 80 years, must come to an end. He believes that recognizing Palestine could potentially foster momentum towards a two-state solution, a long-sought resolution to the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. This recognition aligns Australia with other nations such as Canada, France, and the United Kingdom, who have also made similar announcements in recent times. As the situation evolves, the Albanese government appears to be navigating a complex diplomatic landscape, balancing domestic public sentiment with international relations. The Prime Minister's approach reflects a nuanced understanding of the humanitarian issues at play, while also considering Australia's strategic alliances. The coming weeks will likely see further developments as both the Australian government and the U.S. administration respond to this contentious issue. The recognition of a Palestinian state by Australia is not only a pivotal moment in Australian foreign policy, but also a critical juncture in the ongoing discourse surrounding the Israel-Palestine conflict. It remains to be seen how this decision will impact Australia's international relationships and its role in advocating for peace in the region. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.